Season 10, it's episode 11 of the Northstars show. We've been away for, I don't know, it almost feels like a whole nother season. COVID rolled through, Thompson rolled through, me and our crew, and it's kind of disrupted the league a little bit. I'm Bruce Krentz, host of the Northstars show. Behind the camera, the oldest person I know with a PS5. I'm sure there's older people, but Paul Anderson got a PS5 for Christmas. Kind of cool. Coach Stu joining me. Coach, let's start right with this. Like I said, COVID kind of rolled through our show, but it also rolled through the team and through the league. Things had to change a little bit. What's changed with the league since we talked to you before Christmas?
I guess it hasn't hit our team too bad, but it's hit a couple other teams. So other teams have had games postponed. We haven't had any postponed. We played a couple with a 3 or 4 guys short kind of deal and whatnot, so that wasn't too bad. But Kenora, being from Ontario, they've been out all of January because they can't even practice or go to the rink. So they've kind of been on the outs for now, and at the end of the month, they're potentially allowed to come back. They're looking at maybe just exhibition for the rest of the year for them, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I think it's been good, different than a few other leagues from talking to your co-manager, one of the co-managers. The league really wants to keep playing, and I think the direction to the teams is if you can put enough guys on the ice to keep a game going, that's what they're going to do. They're really trying not to postpone the games. Is that kind of the story from the league?
Yeah, I think they're as low as 11 or 12 guys. They say go ahead and play. We went on our last road trip there with a pretty empty bus, just myself and 18 skaters, but 18 players ain't too bad. But I've looked at a couple other rosters during the last couple weeks, and there's been some 12s and 14s and 15s on some other teams.
Yeah, everybody's getting it, so in some senses it's fair, and it's nice, I think, especially for these guys. A lot of the vets, missed most of last year, so it's really nice for them to still get some games. And what's the attitude in practice? Are they happy to be here and happy to be playing?
Yeah, the guys that missed some practices want to be here. They're phoning. The league has a few different rules compared to Health Manitoba, so you're not as quick back to skate with us or participate, and so we got some disappointed guys at home for a couple more days, but everyone should be, barring anything else, coming up right away on this next road trip come Friday. So.
Speaking of that, we're on the road this weekend. What are you talking to the guys about? What are we working on to be prepared for these couple of road games this weekend?
I think we're just trying to get a little bit back into shape. We just had Christmas break, and then we're back for a week or two, and then we had another week off. So we're not in the best of shape, but I feel like that's probably most teams. But I think we're just still working on getting the fundamentals back to the game, and let's preach hard work and go from there.
And you've got a road trip this weekend. The schedule's a little bit modified now with what you talked about, Kenora having to drop out of the league and just everything that's gone on. So what's up for the rest of the year?
Everything's status quo because Kenora was supposed to be last weekend at home. So the only other difference is still that the Central Plains haven't dropped out at the beginning of the year. Their games never got taken out of the schedule. So this weekend's Friday, Saturday, no game Sunday, and then we were supposed to have at the very end of the schedule, mid-February, was a homestand against Central Plains, which also isn't there as well. So
road, home, road, and then playoffs.
Maybe playoffs. We got an outside chance still, yes.
Yeah, I was looking at the sked today, and I mean, it's going to be tough, but you're saying there's still a chance, and I mean, the games, if you want to touch back on them just really quickly, before Christmas time, we had the one overtime win and a few losses there, but again, still such close games, and I said, compared to some other years where we just weren't playing that competitive of games, even though we didn't get some wins, it must feel good the way the guys were playing around the Christmas break.
Yeah, it was some unfortunate finishes to a few games, and same as when we just come back from the break there, we had a couple real good games against Pembina Valley, lost one in overtime. I think the next day we lost by one, I believe, and then this past weekend we had a good game against the Wild again, dropped it 4-1 in the end, and had a tough 1-goal loss again on the Saturday after that. But we're coming into a couple teams we've seen before, and we've had success against before, so we're hoping for the same.
Yeah. Best of luck. Last one. Any gut feelings on guys that are really going to show up this weekend? When you're lying in bed, who do you think is going to show up for us?
Well, I think we're basically down to just a 20 guys or 21 guys, and that's it. Most of our APs are running out of games and such, so it's just the team now, and it's just the guys that are left here. So I think they're all slowly improving more every day. So it's nice to see.
No single person's really sticking out, and that's probably why we've had such good success. Got a couple lines gelling, and the boys are looking good. Best of luck on the weekend, Coach. We'll talk to you next week after 2 wins.
Hope so.
Thanks to Coach Stu. We've got a couple chats with some of the veteran players coming right up here on the Northstars Show. Nolan's notes on the North Star Show. It's too bad there isn't one more N there.
Yeah.
Nolan's notes on the North Star. You're a rapper. What do you got?
I don't got nothing.
Stumped on that one. Nathan Halcrow and Nolan Rideout on Nolan's notes. Nolan, let's start with the little project that you were working on. You collected some stuff at one of the games a couple weeks ago. It would have been nice if we could have caught up with you before that and promoted it a bit, but tell us about the project and how it went.
Yeah, so for my global issues class, I worked with Northern Paws and Needs, and I got people to bring in food, like any supplies they need, some toys for the dogs and the cats, and donation money. I got $194 for them and a bunch of stuff, so it's pretty good. I'm happy with what I got for them.
Yeah, totally. Is that the first time you've done something like that, a project like that, sort of some community volunteering, or have you done anything like that before?
I don't know if I have. Like, we've obviously did like toy drives back in the day for hockey teams, but personally I think that was the first one. Felt good.
I was going to say, did it light a little bit of a fire in you? Maybe something like this in the future?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. It was good, yeah.
Right on. Speaking of that, I've got 2 exiting players, so we're trying to catch up with some of the players that won't be back next year, just kind of trying to talk to you guys a little bit about what the future holds for you. What's plans for next year? More volunteering? Are you going to work at Paws in Need?
I don't know. I'm hoping to maybe move to Saskatoon, maybe play a little bit more hockey, get a job.
Perfect. Junior hockey, if you can. Rec league. What's any idea what's on the horizon?
Yeah, hopefully some junior, maybe just some junior B.
Whatever you can get.
Yeah, whatever.
Absolutely. Nathan, same question for you. This is your last year with the North Stars. What's the plans for next year? Work, school, hockey?
Probably as soon as the season's over, get a job after season. Get a job, keep working. Probably won't even play hockey next year.
Nice. If you can get your dream job for the summer or for the next little while, what's it going to be?
My dream job would be carpenter.
Right on. And did you do some carpentry in school this year already?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Jeweler, I never noticed this before. I don't think you can get a close-up on this earring, Paul, but this is something. I like it. I know. Looks sharp, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Would you give him best bling on the team?
I mean, Alan does have 2 of them.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Might be something to do over the summer. A little more bling, maybe?
No, just one side.
You're not.
If I want some more jewelry on my body, I would take the earring off and put a nose earring on.
Ooh, wow. Would you really do the nose ring?
Yeah, I would really like it, yeah.
Okay, maybe if we catch up with you as an alum next year, it'll be nose ring and no earring. I like it. It probably wasn't getting an earring this year, but what was your highlight of the year, or your highlight with your North Star career?
My North Star, I don't think I really had a highlight for the North Star career. I just like throw the body. Even though I have such a small body, I would still throw it.
Banging around a little bit out there. What was the kind of like highlight of the year? If you didn't have a highlight from playing in the games, what was the best part of being with the team this year?
Everyone's nice. Like it feels like a family to me, anyways. Yeah, it feels like a family. And once everyone goes home, it's gonna feel sad and that.
A little lonely. It's so nice to hear that, because sometimes with teams it can go either way, and I know you guys were super close at the beginning of the year, and would you say that even grew stronger over the course of the year?
Yeah, yeah.
Just kept going. Does the story check out, or was only Nate D-O-double-G that loved this group of guys?
No, it definitely was a really tight group, especially like getting to meet new guys from Rankin and stuff, right? They're all really good guys, and it was a fun year for sure.
So good to hear. What's a highlight for you? On ice highlight? What do you got?
It's definitely got to be our first win at home. It felt really good not winning a game in our really short season last year, and then finally picking one up at the beginning of the year. It was really nice.
Listen to this team guy. Didn't pick his goal. Went with the team answer. That's spectacular. And plans for you over the summer? Anything before we head to Saskatoon?
Just work at the golf course again and camp.
Can I come live with you for this? I want to work at a golf course and camp all summer. That's like a dream summer. out in the Flan. Any idea when you'll start? May long weekend and then roll through the whole summer?
Yeah, whenever the snow's gone a bit.
Yeah, let's hope that's kind of early. And last one, highlight of your whole hockey career. Come with the Northstars or something before that?
Or something before that. That was in my first year Bantam, and I AP'd midget AA after that, and I was going in 2-on-1. And my other teammate was coming beside me, and I went to go hard, and my one arm was out, and I put it this way. And I went this way, the puck went over his legs, and I hit the post, and it rolled in.
I wish we had video of that. Although maybe not, because it sounded so good the way you described it.
That was in cross leg. I don't think anyone would record that, no.
It's recorded in your mind better than anything else. All-time hockey highlight.
I think it's got to be my first year Bantam. We played in the gold medal game. We lost to Dauphin, but it was an absolute battle of a game, and that was one of the funnest games I've ever been in. It was sad after, but it was awesome.
Such a heart and soul guy with the surprise answers. Highlight of his hockey career is a loss. You ever heard that one before?
No.
I know I said last one, but I forgot I had one more for you guys. Favorite thing to do outside of hockey?
Favorite thing to do outside of hockey is to go throw the ball around and pitch the ball, play baseball, go fish, or just go for walks and enjoy the air.
Is he the most Cross Lake guy you've ever talked to in your life, or what? Ball fishing and walking around in such a Cross Lake's unbelievable. It's so beautiful. So the lake all over the place. Everybody lives on the water. It's stunning. Favorite thing to do outside of hockey?
Got to be something on the lake, like tubing or ski doing, or like any of that stuff. Rock jumping. There's a lot of rocks in Flin Flon.
There are a lot of rocks in.
Oh yeah.
Top shelf. Best of luck, boys, with carpentry, school, hockey, wherever your adventures take you. Nathan Halcrow, Nolan Rideout on Nolan's Notes.
Hi, my name is Carter Bassett. I'm number 11. I'm defense. My hometown is Thompson, Manitoba. I went to Westwood Elementary School. My favorite player is Dustin Bufflin.
Magnus, Pearson, Lavery, Melsted. It's kind of 2-on-1, but we're going to skip lots of the regular questions because it's the end of the year. We're talking to some of the guys that are moving on, just about what some of their plans are, some of their highlights from the year so far. But first, we got to start with something. How was Mystery Mountain?
Oh, it was awesome. First time there, first time skiing ever. At the start, it was a little rough, but by the end, I was flying down every hill.
No worries on the T-bar, no nothing, got the hang of it like like sliced bread?
No, I fell off the T-bar a few times, yeah.
Happens on your first time out. Sounded like I heard rumors Nolan was out there with you too, and who else? BK? Anybody else?
Nolan, BK, and this guy over here, Lave.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. How was the weekend at the hill?
It was pretty fun watching him and Nolan learn how to ski and him fall off the T-bar.
Did you do the classic Mystery Mountain thing and like basically skip the bunny hill with these guys and straight to some of the tougher stuff?
Yeah, we did that right away. We took them right to the T-bar.
T-bar, shoot, polar bear.
We took them to Ptarmigan first, and then just to teach them how to turn. And then we took them down polar bear.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah.
This isn't a skiing show, but I want to ask one more. The first time you looked over the edge of polar bear, a little nerve-wracking?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was frightened for sure, yeah.
You don't think we have hills? You don't think we really have a mountain in Thompson, but it can be intimidating when you're looking over the top of that guy. Remember the first time you ever looked over the top of that?
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
dicey. Year's starting to wrap up, guys. What's the plans for next year? Do you work, school, jobs? Do you have anything lined up yet?
I might go to like an MJ camp and see what happens, but probably just either go into a trade like carpentry or electrical, something like that.
Following your big bro's footsteps. Don't quite follow him.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Something similar. If you could go to one MJ team, what would it be?
Probably OCN, just because it's closer to town and stuff like that. And just some friends are going there.
Yeah. Kind of close to home and awesome atmosphere in their building too. That's a fun place to play.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun, yeah.
It is. Plans for next year? What's on the horizon?
We'll try and find a team to play for, whether that's MJ or SJ, wherever.
You'll go anywhere they'll take you. If you had one that you could choose, and you can't pick OCN because Lavery picked that one.
No, I wasn't gonna pick OCN.
No,
the Flin Flon Bombers, yeah. It's been my dream since I was about 4 years old. So
here's hoping everybody who doesn't want to play in their hometown and Bombers, proud tradition, and the Whitney, playing in the Whitney. It's probably better.
Yeah, the legendary arena. Yeah.
So great, so beautiful in there. I gotta say. What's plans for the summer before hockey starts? You got anything lined up?
No plans for the summer. Just enjoy it with my friends.
I feel like at home they're not going to let you just hang out and enjoy the summer. Plans?
I'm probably just going to go to the lake with some friends. Just same thing as him, pretty much. Play some roller hockey.
Holy cow, I stumped myself for just a second there. Northstar highlights. When you look back on what's happened so far this year, maybe what's coming up, what's some of your highlights?
Definitely going 2-2 with the Winnipeg Bruins and taking the Wild to a shootout, because usually every year we played them, it was not very close. So it felt pretty good there.
It's been a huge year that way compared to some of the other years. So many close games this year, even losing some of the close ones. I know it sucks to lose, but it must be nice to have spent a year playing lots of competitive games.
Yeah, it was good. It was probably my funnest year at Northstars for sure. Got to play lots too.
Yeah. It's always more fun when you're on the ice. Yeah. Bench has been good this year, though. What a great group of guys. The other guys we were talking to said they just really love this year. Is the story check out?
Oh, yeah. It's one of the better teams I played for, or probably actually the best team I played for, as far as like group of guys go.
Yeah. It really seems like still a tight bunch, and everybody's having lots of fun, and it shows. Results have been pretty good on the ice. Highlight of the year so far, or highlight coming up? What do you think about when you think about this year in terms of the on-ice play?
I think our highlight's still coming up. I think we got to reach that 10-win milestone. Hasn't been broken in a while, I don't think. So I think we need to get there, and that'll be my highlight.
I like that one. Fact check with Paul, because he goes to all the games. When's the last time we won 10, Paul? Straight up doesn't know. Highlight of the year outside of hockey. What's been the best part of being part of the team this year?
Getting to stay here in Thompson for longer than only a few months. Last year we only got to stay for a little while, and I didn't really get to experience this place as well as I may have wanted to.
In the big city, the cold but bright lights.
Oh yeah, big city here.
Bright lights. Highlight for you of the whole year?
Same with Mags. I'm hoping to get like 10, 12 wins, maybe more, because it just hasn't happened in a long time, and I think it'd be pretty cool to set that for us and off.
Yeah, setting quite a bar, but great bunch of guys, great year. We can only hope to get there. Favorite thing to do outside of hockey?
Just hang out with friends and just like play basketball or roller hockey, stuff like that. Go to the lake.
No wonder it's been such a good year. Hanging out with friends is number one. Favorite thing to do outside of playing hockey?
Probably being out on the lake in the summer with my family on the boat.
Thompson and Flin Flonders, it's all they ever talk about is being on the lake. What's the boat? Pontoon?
No.
Boat? Fishing boat?
Fishing boat, yeah.
All 4 family members on a sea-doo?
No, we don't have sea-doos.
Just fishing. What's your favorite lake around the Flon?
Amisk Lake.
Oh, nice choice. Magnus, Pearson, Lavery, Melsted, kind of a 2-on-1. Best of luck in the future, guys. Thanks for joining me right here on the North Star Show. BK times 2 is back. It's been 6 weeks, BK?
Yeah, too long.
Way too long. COVID rolled through Thompson and shut down. It's been a mess this last little while. I'm going to start off with the fun fact. First of all, Grandma's going to be happy that we got the segment back. It's ceaseless texts asking when it's going to happen. You too?
Always, every week, looking for the show.
Hitting us hard. She wants it back on the air. So here we are. My fun fact is two things. The two BKs got a chance to play together over Christmas, and each scored game-winning goals in the Kings match. And as it should be, number 4 got the game winner match ender, but you had a beauty too. Good times playing with the Kings?
Yeah, it was good to get out. Some guys that I've been coached by and older guys.
Yeah, it's always a kind of a summer treat. It's a summer treat for us to have, you were out and Ian was out and we had a few other guys that buzzed through over Christmas, and it's always fun for us to get to play with you guys and play with some new faces, and for you to play with the adults. I am going to say, even though you did a little stint with OCN this year, highest level of hockey you played so far this year?
Yeah, we'll say.
That's the right answer when the Kings are watching. it was super fun though. You got a fun fact for me?
Well, it was a really long time ago, but I put it in my head, I'd say it. Eddie Marchand on the Hall of Fame, his son was up just before Christmas, so he was watching, I guess.
That is a great fun fact. So yeah, his son's playing in the AAA league now, pretty good player.
Yeah, he is good.
He's excellent. And Eddie played with your dad and played here in Thompson, and he's on our Hall of Fame. We tried to get him on the show, but we just couldn't quite put that together. But if he's ever back up in town, we'll get him again for sure. Good fun fact. One more fact: Player of the Week for the second time this year. Had just an outstanding weekend. Any highlights when you look back on that weekend? It was a while ago now, and because of COVID, we missed doing the show. But any highlights from that?
I think our coach, James B.B. Brown, I had only had one shift in the game, and he comes over and he says, BK, I haven't noticed you out there, man, and I scored my next 2 shifts.
A little rah-rah from James B.B. Brown, veteran coach. He knew he didn't have to yell at you, didn't have to say too much.
She made it personal, so got it done.
Got you going. And what was the stats from that weekend? I don't even remember. 5 points in 2 games, 6 points?
3 goals, 3 assists.
There we go. And I did look, a couple more quick fun facts. Still #1 assist guy on the PP in the league.
Yeah.
Kind of your bread and butter. Also 34 PIMs, which I think might be the most penalty minutes by a Krentz in a lot of years.
Ever. It's probably more than I have in the last, a lot of years combined. I don't know.
More than your dad's whole career, I would say. And 90% stick infractions?
Most likely. A little bit of interference, a little bit of stick infractions.
Not a lot of roughing. We got a couple games. We're on a roadie again this weekend. It'd be nice to get back on the bus with the guys and spend some time. What's coming up?
We got Yellowhead on Friday and Parkland on Saturday.
Some good chances. Yellowhead's going to be a tough one, but a good chance to put up a couple more wins. What do you think you guys got to do? What are you focusing on? I know we missed practice last week, so probably feeling a little rusty, but what are we working on?
I think, this week just getting our passes and everything back on track really after the week off, and a couple guys being sick, getting their lungs back, and just get back to work.
Just get back to work. I love that. Best of luck on the weekend. Hopefully you're back with a couple more wins and some good stories to tell. Brady Krentz, Bruce Krentz behind the camera. Paul Anderson right here on BK Times 2.